Hi, my name is Sarah Mulligan from 360Works, and I'm here today to discuss the scripts and functions behind the 360Works RemoteScripter plugin. Today we'll be looking at an example where we create a PDF in Instant Web Publishing and save it to a container field. As you notice, I've started up the web publishing engine and have then loaded the solution in my browser. What you're looking at here is Safari. We'll be working with the Bonsai solution file found in the FileMaker certification study materials. Let's look at how this end product looks so that you know what we're working towards. Here we have a button in our browser called Print Invoice, and if we click this button, it creates an invoice and saves it to a container field. This container field is then accessible in Instant Web Publishing. We can download it and view it all from our browser. Here's a graphic that might help you understand how we just did that. The browser sends requests to the web publishing engine, which runs the Print Invoice script from the button. The web publishing engine can't generate PDFs, so to get around this limitation, we have FileMaker Pro installed and running, either on the same computer as the web publishing engine or on a different computer dedicated to PDF generation. We also installed the 360Works RemoteScripter plugin on both the web publishing engine and FileMaker Pro, which allows them to communicate with each other. The web publishing engine uses RemoteScripter to trigger the Create PDF script running in FileMaker Pro, which then creates the PDF and passes it back to the web publishing engine and eventually the browser. As you saw, this all happens instantly from the user's standpoint. Let's take a look at the back end and see how this all comes together. First, let's look in depth at our scripts. We need to modify our unopened script to using RemoteScripter register and listen functions, so that FileMaker Pro will listen for the request from the web publishing engine. This will ensure RemoteScripter starts appropriately. This onOpen script is going to be run when the database is accessed. I've created a field here called Order Error, and this field is used to save any errors we may encounter and display them for the end user. We blank this field out to make sure all previous attempts are wiped. Anything we're going to see is from this attempt. Next, we're going to set our variable called Register, and this is going to use the RemoteScripter Register function. We're going to enter our registration key and our company name. RemoteScripter comes with a free 2-hour demo. You can try out this example on your own without this step, but if you find RemoteScripter useful, please purchase RemoteScripter from our website at 360works.com and we'll provide a registration key for you. You would then add this registration key here. We're also going to set a listen variable, and we're going to use the value RemoteScripter start. Now we need to pass in 3 things to this variable. We need a port number. Here I've picked 4645. We'll pick a random number for this port. This could be anything from 1024 to 65,535. But the very best numbers, you start from 49,152, as those numbers are unlikely to be used by another application. Whatever number you use, make sure it's not being used by any other application. If your scripts are not triggering, try changing the port number here. The listen variable will also need the file name where the script is actually going to be run. For my example, the script I want to execute is in the same file as the startup script, so I just use get file name. We're also going to define the script that we want to run when the port number is triggered. In my example, this is save invoice as PDF to container. After that, we're going to go to our layout, and then at the end here, I've added that if the listen variable is an error, then we're going to set the field order error to RemoteScripter last error. This function will show anything that's gone wrong with the listening process. We're also going to look for register errors. The way we'll do this is add an if the register variable is an error. We'll also set this field to RemoteScripter last error. We're going to look at our second script now called Print Invoice. This is the script that I've linked up with the Print Invoice button on the form and will run in the web publishing engine. So we'll set our field Order Error and clear that out. Make sure there are no errors from previous attempts. We're going to create a variable called Trigger, and we're going to set it to the RemoteScripter Trigger function. This function calls FileMaker Pro to run the script that we defined earlier in the listening step. It then waits for FileMaker Pro to finish, so that Instant Web Publishing is essentially just triggering the FileMaker Pro's client to do the script. In our trigger variable, we need to pass in 3 things. Our IP address, which is localhost, our port number, 4645, which is the number we defined previously, and we also pass in our parameter. In my case, it's the order number. Then we set a field to get current timestamp. We put this field in the layout to force the record to refresh. Sometimes there's a little bit of lag between when the Instant Web Publishing sees information after FileMaker Pro finishes. By setting a timestamp field, we can force the hold record to refresh and make sure the clients see exactly what they need to see. Finally, we have just a little bit of error checking here, that if the trigger was an error, then it will display RemoteScripter last error. This will show whatever the problem was with the last attempt. We'll then end the if statement, save the script off, and take a look at our next script. Finally, we have a save invoice as PDF to container script. This is the script that runs when RemoteScripter is triggered by the port number. This is the point where scripts will start to be run in FileMaker Pro, not Instant Web Publishing. By switching to running scripts in FileMaker Pro, we can use all the script steps that would normally be unavailable to us in the web publishing engine. What we have here is a very simple find and save as PDF script. I'll go through it quickly. I set the variable as ID and use our get script parameter, open a new window, enter find node, set the ID as order number, perform the find, go to the related records, and then we'll set the variable path. This grabs the desktop path and saves it there if you're using FileMaker Pro. We'll save these records as a PDF with no dialog using our path defined earlier with the records being browsed. We close out the current window, insert file into path, and commit with no dialog. In FileMaker Pro, I've enabled this option to show only the scripts that are safe for instant web publishing. Saving records as a PDF is not one of those that are available browser side, which is exactly why RemoteScripter is a good solution for this, because we're simply calling the script in FileMaker Pro instead of instant web publishing using RemoteScripter. Let's look at this just one more time here in the browser. We click the Print Invoice button, FileMaker Pro begins to work in the background, it creates the PDFs and saves it, and then in the browser it's available for download as a PDF, seamless for the user. This concludes our short tutorial on the scripts and functions behind saving a PDF in instant web publishing using RemoteScripter. You can download a demo or purchase a license from 360works.com/RemoteScripter. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us by emailing us at plugins@360works.com or visiting one of our forums. Thank you and have a great day.